Okay, here we are, noon on a Sunday, and I am just going to focus on trimming up my lovely little Mimi here. We just freshened up her color tone by using, and I'll show you real quick, the latest from the Matrix Total Results line, which is the So Silver Color Obsessed Triple Power Mask, which increases the cool platinum and silver tones of blonde hair. So she went from being platinum to nearly white silver, and I'm very happy about it. I'm just going to show, because she needs a little shaping. I'm not going to do anything too overwhelming, but just shape her up a little bit, and just see if I can find a spot where you can see what's going on. And hold on. Oh, hand is everywhere. Sorry, I'm ruining it all. Trying to show more of herself, and I will try my best to work in such a manner so you can see what I'm doing. I don't know if a trim on a doll head is that interesting, but it's something that we can, or I can do while we are just sitting here talking about hair, whatever strikes my fancy. One thing to know, all right, hold on, I gotta make sure she's straight, pretty straight, is that there is definitely special care needed for the blondes. Blonde hair needs a lot of love. It's more fragile. It will more than likely, under regular circumstances, turn warm and golden instead of saying silver. That's where you're some of the toning shampoos. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna try something fun. I don't know. Oh, come on, shift. We'll see. I don't know if this is. All right, hold on. Adjusting. That might be good. Sorry, the stand is a little shaky. This way. I hope that you can see what's going on. Just getting past the very thin ends. I want to have the hair trimmed to a more uniform fashion. But like I was saying, is that there is a need with blonde hair for maintenance, and I really do recommend the Matrix Total Results So Silver line. They have a purple base shampoo to cut warmth, then they have a lightly toned conditioner also to cut warmth, and then from there they also have the mask that I just mentioned that is used as a reparative and toning. So there's a few benefits. It's interesting to do this doll head too, because she has beautiful blonde hair and a very, very small head. And it's a delight because it's still human hair, still regular maintenance is needed. I'm sure I would look hilarious if you could actually see the way that I am positioned to reach all the parts of the doll head. But blonde hair needs special care, and it also needs the realization that everything in the world will discolor or can possibly discolor your hair. The minerals in your water at home, walking outside if you live in a polluted environment, the fact that generally speaking a toner will eventually fade off to where you no longer have the protection from the natural warm undertones coming from the other side. It's quite a situation doing our best to maintain blonde hair. I'm just coming in the front to make sure that these two sides match. And go see. Not quite. So make a match, then I can make the line match. Sometimes coming side to side you can end up uneven, so pulling the hair straight in front and comparing the two lengths helps me to be assured that her hair will be even all the way around. So they're probably the fastest haircut you've ever seen, because it's a teeny tiny head, but good hair density. Like you can see, this doll head is loaded with hair. I'd like to get another one in the very near future, one that's maybe just like the blonde one, not the platinum, but just the blonde one, so I can, because I really don't want to lose this pretty platinum silver that I've got going with this lovely lady. So I might get just the standard blonde so that I can color it, so I can do some fun rainbow styles or bright vivid colors, because that's another thing that I do enjoy about doll heads is experimental things, trying colors, doing things that are different. But I really love how cool toned this is. And she already came, if you look back at my feed when I introduced this lovely lady, little Mimi, that her hair was very light, but it wasn't like cool silver white toned, and that is a testament to my the So Silver products, because how I toned her hair was to wash it with the So Silver shampoo, then apply the mask, the So Silver mask, for 5 minutes, and then used the So Silver conditioner right over the top, and then rinsed it with cool water, and the tone now is much more in the silver white category. And the hair also, thanks to the mask, it feels fantastic. Her hair is very soft. Sorry, that wasn't supposed to happen. This is a very, I don't know, is this interesting? Is anybody enjoying my mindless, pointless ramble as I'm trimming up my doll head to have a more even and uniform haircut? Well, we'll do some layering in just a minute, but you know, I'm just curious to see if this method is kind of almost feels like a a vlog situation of being like, well, here I am, here I'm talking, here I'm telling you things. And I'm certain I'm rambling, and I'm okay with that. This week I didn't come up with any grand ideas. I've been busy with back to school and other life things, so I haven't really had the ability to focus on the information that I'm presenting, and I'm okay with that. I just know that I'm sure it's better and more well received if I have a subject that I want to talk about. Maybe not just cutting my doll's hair. I don't know how interesting this is for anyone, especially now that I'm working on this side. There. Let's see if that's a little bit better. Keep flinging my hair out of the way. That's what I get for having hair down to my waist. Just continue with the pattern. I'm going to just go ahead and drop the hair in the back and keep the top out of the way for a second. I'm not going into too much detail about how I do it, just I don't know that teaching anybody about cutting hair is really what anybody's looking for as far as information goes. But you know, I'm doing what the doll head needs. Makes me happy. I'll definitely get another one of these little mini gals because they are what's lovely. There's a thickness of the hair, but also there's, you know, it's a smaller head. It's very cute. The company that is manufacturing these, the Hair Art, it's really, they're advertising it as like a little minikin. So for your junior stylist, you know, like your little girls that have big dreams of, in some ways it's kind of like the life-size Barbie, where you have the, like, oh yeah, she's got real hair and you can style it and you can cut it and color it, and that's what I'm up to today, is just trimming up, you know, bring out my inner child, you know, a doll head that one could also heat style if I wanted to. I'd not worry that it's going to melt the hair off, because obviously if it was synthetic hair it would not hold up to any sort of heat. So having real hair is a real treat. This is a lovely, lovely little lady, and it's just kind of nice to sit here and be able to just clean up the hair a little bit and get the ends fresh and even. And of course, now that I'm getting her wet, little bit of wave is in there, it's coming on out, and that's okay. I'm going to release the top and part down the middle for just a second. I'm not trying to encourage much of a middle part. Once I get ready to style up a little bit more, she'll be, I don't want to have a solid middle part stuck in her hair. Hi. I'll just wave this way. Hi. That's a terrible wave. I'm hands full of scissors and combs and just neatening up the lovely lady, just so that I can more easily style her hair as time goes on. And I'm just still super excited that I was able to, with toner, get this lovely silver. And then combing it back so I can blend everything. Kind of using the principles of a midi cut, but of course it's much, much, much longer. Now you can't see a thing because my hand is way up high. But it's so that it has enough layers to be much easier curled, easier styling as time goes on. She's a lovely, lovely lady. Sight to behold. She'll be able to have the platinum for a while. When she starts getting warm again, the more I play with her, I will do another So Silver mask just to bring back the cool white silver tones. So many curls. Dried her out and she was all nice and straight. Now curly, curly, curly. And just to make sure that she is beveled under, I'm just going to come all the way down to the back and trim it up a little bit. I don't know how exciting this whole day has been. I hope that people are getting something of value out of my rambling and poor camera work. Someday I'll have a videographer, then I can somebody follow me around instead of statically holding the camera and hoping that it works. Just a little snippy snip for direction. And then, I don't know what I should do with her. I don't know if I want to soak her down enough to do a full wet set. But I don't know that running the blow dryer on camera is a great idea either. But now she's got a nice evenness, little side, little taper down so that it has that U shape to it. Which is nice. Of course, I don't even show you. Like, just from the side here. I'm trying to decide if I want to, I don't know, maybe I'll do some cheater curls. I call them cheater because I'm not going to do the, not use hairpins. I'll just use clips and make it happen. And let's find a nice side part for the lovely lady. Maybe I'll even do a little bit of a zigzag part just so I can have her hair blend and look lovely. All right, hold on. Okay, turn her around. See what we got here. So it won't take long to get her hair in some form of curls. I'm not going to do anything too crazy because her hair is just mildly damp, but I can certainly set her up a little bit, so perhaps next week we can show a little cute curly style. Go. And a clip. go. Because her head's so small, it doesn't take much to do her curls. And I'm kind of at an odd angle just for where the camera is, just where where everything is just kind of hanging out. And since I didn't prep her for styling, this is just kind of a last minute idea. That's why I call it, you know, that's why I opted for my, you know, cheater curls. Because she doesn't have a load of hair. One of these days I'll do a set that is a little bit more tailored to like proportionally, so that it gives her the same curl pattern, say, as if I were to do a similar set but on a full-size head. For today, though, it's kind of nice to just casual, nothing really planned out, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with taking it a little casual. I'm gonna just wrap it around the other side because I want to pull it in. I'm not really going into detail about how I'm doing these, but with any luck you can kind of see what's going on. And the reason I'm pinning through the curls is so I don't get much of a crimp. This one needs a second pin just to hold things down. But I don't want to have like a super bent, crimped up curl. And since this is going to be this whole side here, I'll just start at the top. And I'm just kind of making haphazard sections. They're not really, let me see if I can show you, like, it's not really like a squared off section. It's just kind of, here's a piece. We're calling it good. I apologize for this. I'm just wrapping around my fingers. As I get further down the side, you'll be able to see a little bit easier what the heck it is I'm doing. And then roll it. So then, and I'm also interested to see how this comes out, just for the sake of no styling product, like the hair isn't really wet like you would want in a standard set pattern. You really do need to have the hair incredibly damp if you are wanting the staying power of a good wet set. Although this can be a nice way to say set your hair overnight, is to just have it mildly damp and then just work with the hair mildly damp, sleep on it, and you can probably get a pretty good wave in the hair by the next morning without adding any particular styling products or anything like that. Let's see if it's showing. For what it is, it's a pretty large section of hair, especially given her proportions. There's my hand. It'll be interesting to see how curling this large amount of hair will come out in the end, or if it will just kind of mimic what her natural sort of look is. It's actually a pretty large piece here, so I think I'm going to just shrink it down a little bit. Once more, haphazardly parting, nothing concrete, nothing solid. Because I do want these to curl forward, I am pulling the hair a little bit forward before I start wrapping it around my fingers. In this case, because of the amount of hair and the size of the curl, I am using 2 fingers for wrapping around. Plus it helps that you can then use your fingers to pull the ends into the middle of the curl. Just lay it on its partner there. And come on. There we go. And then, yeah, I probably have enough for 2 more basic rows of curls. So that's what we're doing. Forward a little bit, wrapping around my finger. There. Scooch the. You can see that I'm pulling through with the center of my fingers and then placing my curl and pinning. And because they're going forward, that is the reason why I'm working from front to back, so that the curls can lay on top of each other should they need to. There's not a lot of room on her head, so I'm doing one of these days I will do a smaller curl set so that we could mimic what I would do on a larger head with what I'm doing here. Okay, couple more curls here, and her hair's already drying out quite a bit, so we'll see how that goes. Turn it around, roll it up, tuck it in. Put my face all up in this business and hope that I don't want to crush curls. There. I'm kind of eyeballing the clips just to see if anything started warping or squishing. That's the main reason that I would prefer to use hairpins, because you don't have to worry as much about the warping, but it also takes quite a bit more effort. Where here I can just lay a clip in and call it good. All right, and for the back, because I'm being relatively lazy, I'm just going to do just a few very large curls. I'm going to try to come in a little bit different. I'm just going to start at the top, or maybe I should start at the bottom. I guess I should start at the bottom, but just doing a few or a couple, maybe even just a couple, 2 curls per row. Stay out of there. And there's a clip, and see if it'll hold it just for long enough for me to do a couple incredibly large curls. And just wrapping around the finger, trying to still keep the hair ribboned so that it stays smooth and it makes a nice vintage curl pattern. See? And then that happens sometimes where you just don't quite get it as secure as you thought you did. So try again. Because sometimes getting your curl tucked in and placed. I'm going to use 2 clips for this. It's kind of a big curl. There we go. Come around the other side for a second. Grab a couple clips and curl this one there. So they're going to all curl toward the face from the midline. It's not a perfect, once more, it's not perfect partings, but it's enough to get the idea. And especially if you were to try to do something like this for yourself and on the back of your head, what's the likelihood that you're going to be able to make a perfect parting of your hair? Not super likely, just in general. It's not, it's hard to do the back of your own hair. I know. I never look when I do the back of my own hair because I just can't see. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know where my hands are going. So I go by feel. And that's, like, this can be translated into, you know, something like just feeling it out. So roughly in the middle, I think. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just each curl, make them neat, make them tidy. Gather them up, wrap around the finger. Wrap around the fingers, pull the middle into the curl, and then just tuck it around. The idea will be that when this is all dry, even though I'm just kind of making it up as I go, when it's all dry, she will have a smoother crown and the curls at the bottom to cascade down. Come around. And I really only decided that just literally just now. Like, okay, we've got this pattern going. What can we expect from this pattern? Well, we can expect to have more of the tightness of the curl at the bottom of the hair or at the ends, and more of a loose, unstructured style at the roots. There we go. And your hair, I'll probably just do this in 2. I'm going to spritz it just a little bit just to give it a, because those ends did dry out quite a bit, and I just want to have, and because I don't want to have a split, I am going to do a diagonal parting. So when the hair comes down over the top, I don't have a straight line that I'm going to have to fight out. So once more, here we go. It's a very large section. I'm just going to gather it up, try and pull it all together, wrap it around the fingers, and around the fingers, between the fingers, so we can pull it in and through. Here we go. And then this one may need 3 clips. It's a lot of hair here, but it makes for a relatively easy, I don't know, maybe 2 will do it. Yeah, 2 might do it. It's a very large curl, so we'll see what happens in the end. As far as how the final style will work, which I will, depending on how my week goes, I may choose to comb her out and style midweek, and then if that's the case, I will just post the final results. If I don't end up doing that, then what I will do is save the comb out for next week's live stream. But I am not 100% yet. That one probably needs a third clip, just to hold things in place, not fall down. Alrighty, well, there you have it. I'm going to just lift the camera up a little. Hey, look, it's me. On my face. So, basically, it's just a fairly simple set. On the left side, starting at this zigzag part, we have curls rolling forward to the face, and then from the part across the fringe, crown, and into the right side, these are also going forward towards the face. And then in the back, we just have a series of 6 large curls, each side curling towards the face from the center line. We'll see. She'll either be a beautiful Hollywood queen, or it'll do nothing and I'll be stuck with having to figure out what to do with her. Because that can happen. It's definitely, you know, it's definitely a situation that, you know, we'll see. I'm hoping for Hollywood, but anytime I do a set where I haven't really planned anything out, I don't really know right now because of her nice silver white hair. She totally looks like a grandma, but an anime grandma, so that's fun. And that's, I believe that'll handle it for today. Thank you for joining me. If you, once more, have any questions or anything you want to see or more information, today was kind of rambly, just let me know. I'm always open to suggestions and ideas, and I look forward to hearing from anybody. And with that, I shall see you next Sunday at noon.